Venezuela has the largest proven oil reserves on Earth. So how did a country this rich end up with empty shelves, mass migration, and accusations of crimes against humanity? This is the story of Nicolás Maduro and how power, corruption, and repression pushed Venezuela into one of the worst humanitarian crises in modern history. Nicolás Maduro rose to power in 2013 after the death of Hugo Chávez. He presented himself as the protector of the Bolivarian Revolution, but inherited a country already struggling with economic problems and political division. And what followed wasn't stability. It was a rapid collapse of democratic institutions, economic mismanagement, and a brutal crackdown on dissent, repression, and state violence. Over the years, Venezuelans who protested, criticized the government, or were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time faced deadly consequences. According to the Venezuelan human rights organizations, the United Nations, and international NGOs, the security forces were responsible for thousands and thousands of killings in operations officially labeled as crime control. And the UN actually documented many patterns, not isolated accidents or incidents basically. And all of that including excessive forces, arbitrary detentions, and executions disguised as police encounters. During major protest waves in 2014, 2017, and after disputed elections, security forces responded with lethal force, killing demonstrators and imprisoning thousands. And international investigators concluded these actions may amount to crime against humanity because they were widespread, systematic, and directed at civilians actually. And here's for a timeline of a brief key moments that happened in their country. 2014, first massive protests with deadly crackdowns. 2017, months of demonstrations, and all of that led to hundreds killed and thousands arrested. In 2018 and 2019, the UN reports document thousands of extrajudicial executions. 2020 and 2024, continued repression, political prisoners, and election disputes. And even post-elections, you still had protest death, mass detentions, and intimidation of families. And each wave of unrest ended the same way. More power concentrated at the top and fewer rights for ordinary people basically. And while millions of Venezuelans struggle to find food and medicine, investigators uncovered something else. Billions of dollars allegedly stolen by government insiders. International prosecutors and financial investigators traced corruption schemes involving bribery, money laundering, fake contracts, and misuse of state-owned oil company funds. Venezuela's oil wealth, once the backbone of the economy, was drained through mismanagement and corruption. Some investigations accused top officials of turning the state into a criminal enterprise, using government power to protect illegal operations and personal wealth. The results were devastating. Venezuela's economy shrank by over 70 to 80% at its worst. Hyperinflation erased savings. Hospitals collapsed. Power and water outages became routine. More than 7 million Venezuelans fled the country, creating one of the largest migration crises in the world. And even throughout the years, literally more and more Venezuelans kept on fleeing their country because of political reasons, you know? And all of that was not actually caused by only one factor, but by a year of corruption, repression, and economic mismanagement. And the world took notice. The United Nations launched fact-finding missions. The International Criminal Court opened investigations into alleged crimes against humanity. Governments imposed sanctions on senior officials. And while Maduro's government denied all accusations, international bodies said the evidence showed patterns of abuse and not accidents. Accountability has been slow, but the investigations continue. Nicolás Maduro's presidency left Venezuela deeply wounded, politically, economically, and socially. Thousands of lives lost, billions stolen, a nation forced to actually flee from its country. Venezuela's story is a warning of what happens when power goes unchecked, institutions collapse, and corruption becomes the system. And with everything that happened lately and how Maduro got caught and how he is now in the US facing his crimes and everything, we'll see how all of that will unwind, and I will keep you guys posted on the channel because all of that is very serious, and we'll see how all of this is gonna debunk in the future. The question now isn't just what happened, but whether justice, recovery, and democracy can still be rebuilt. And if you found this video very informative, share it. You know, history only repeats itself when we stop paying attention. And on that note, guys, don't forget to like your boy's video. Don't forget to share it to as many people as you know. Don't forget to comment down below what do you think about this whole situation. And let's talk it out in the comments below. On that note, see you in the next one. Peace.